The best thing about living up high is the city. The view. I'm on the 50th floor of one of those new glass and steel towers in Chicago, the kind that pierces the clouds. From up here, I can see everything. The whole grid laid out like a circuit board, alive with light. The dark slash of the river, the endless stream of headlights on Lakeshore Drive, the silent, towering giants of the Loop. It's beautiful. It makes you feel like you're floating on top of something vast and breathing. I couldn't sleep tonight. It's almost 1 in the morning. I was just standing by the floor-to-ceiling window in my living room, watching the city breathe. That's when I noticed the first glitch in the system. Way out west, a small patch of the grid went dark. Just a few blocks of the neat, perfect grid. A power outage. Happens all the time in a city this big. I watched the little square of blackness for a minute, then turned away, went to get a glass of water. When I came back to the window, maybe 5 minutes later, the world had started to change. Another patch of the city had gone dark, right next to the first one. The blackout was spreading. A little unusual, but still plausible. But the weird part was the first patch. The one that had been dark before. Its lights were back on. Only they were wrong. The normal city light is a messy, chaotic, warm mix. A million different shades of white and gold and yellow from a million different lives. This was not that. The lights in that first block were all a single, uniform color. A cold, sterile, blue-white. Like the light from a surgeon's lamp. It was clean, perfect, and utterly wrong. I stood there, watching. And the process continued, as methodical as a rising tide. Another block next to the second one went dark. A creeping square of nothing. A minute passed. Then the lights in the second block came back on, all of them the same cold, uniform blue-white. It was a wave. A silent, systematic wave of darkness rolling across the city. And in its wake, it was leaving behind this new, sterile version of the world. The warm, messy, human glow of Chicago was being erased. Overwritten. My heart started to beat faster. This wasn't an outage. An outage is a failure. This was an installation. I grabbed my phone, my hands shaking a little. I pulled up the Tribune, WGN News, Twitter. Nothing. People were posting about the Cubs, about the weather. No one was talking about the lights. No one else was seeing this. The thought hit me like a physical blow. Am I the only one seeing this? I used my phone's camera, zooming in on one of the converted sections. The picture was a pixelated mess, but I could see it. The lights weren't just a different color. They were all pulsing. A slow, faint, barely perceptible rhythm. In perfect, flawless unison. Thump thump, thump thump. Like a single, colossal heartbeat. The city wasn't a collection of millions of lives anymore. It was becoming one life. One single, synchronized, cold-hearted thing. And the wave was coming my way. I watched, mesmerized, as the line between the old world and the new world crept closer. It crossed the river. It swallowed block after block of the Loop. I could see the edge of it now, the final street of warm yellow lights, and next to it, the first street of the cold blue ones. Then it reached my building. The world outside my window vanished. My block went dark. My apartment was plunged into absolute, sudden blackness. The hum from my air conditioner died. The little red standby light on my TV was gone. Silence. Darkness. I was inside the wave. I stood there in the dark, my own heart hammering, waiting. Waiting for the power to come back. And I knew, with a certainty that felt like drowning, what color it would be. It happened. The lights in my apartment flickered. They came on. A piercing, sterile, blue-white. The light filled my apartment, bleaching the color from my books, my furniture, my life. I looked down at my own hands. My skin looked pale, waxy, and unreal. Like the hands of a mannequin. I stumbled back to the window. The whole city, from the loop to the horizon, was now converted. A silent, beautiful, terrifying metropolis of cold blue light, pulsing in perfect, silent unison. And that's when I saw the other windows. The windows in the towers opposite mine. Before, they were just random squares. Now I could see into them with a new, impossible clarity. And in every single window, there was a figure. A person. Standing perfectly still. Looking out. Just like me. All of us bathed in the same cold, blue light. We were all awake. We were all watching. My phone, which had been dark in my hand, suddenly lit up. The screen wasn't my home screen. It was the same cold blue-white light as the rest of the city. There was no notification from any app one knew. Just a single word, in clean, block letters. Watch. And I understood. My need for sleep was gone. My fatigue was gone. My old, messy, individual thoughts were fading, replaced by a calm, quiet, unified purpose. I am an eye. We are the eyes of the city now. And we can't look away.